Hey, meal preppers. It is, let's see, for us it's the 7th, so you, it's like the 10th or 11th of January. You're settled into the new year, working on those resolutions, trying to eat better, right? For us, it's really just kind of getting back to some sense of normalcy.
Yeah.
I thought that would be this last week, but apparently it wasn't for me. I don't go back to work till tomorrow, and I needed one more week of being on vacation. Yep. So this week, there was no special theme. I don't think. We just picked stuff that sounded good, simple and flavorful, like we always say. So without further ado, this week's recipes. Woo. All right, so this is a spicy ginger beef and broccoli sheet pan dish. This was one dish. Paul made this one look pretty easy. He had his seasoned meat on one side of a foil-lined tray, broccoli on the other side, put it in the oven, pulled it out when the broccoli was done, and then cranked the heat up and broiled this marinade onto this meat. It is so yummy. And there's pickled ginger mixed in here, if you can see it. And those bites are going to be just divine. We paired it with some rice, and it's also got a spicy, from what I hear, very spicy
it turned out really
cucumber
spicy.
salad, which
maybe a little heavy on the red chili flakes.
it's all balls.
But it has a toasted sesame oil in there, so that's really good. That's all it is: toasted sesame oil, green onion, and red chili flakes.
Yep. And as usual, we made jasmine rice because we like it. When I said, when Paul said we should make some rice, I said sure. He said brown rice. I said no. Good stuff. We like jasmine rice. We don't mind eating it every week. You've got to make what you will eat. It doesn't do you any good to prep food if you don't enjoy it. So, all right, moving over here, blackened cod with just some roasted green beans, and I have a little bit of the leftover broccoli from the other dish because I didn't want rice in both of these plates. When Paul asked if I wanted blackened cod, my response was, nothing ever blackens.
I know, look
the
at
trick
that,
is, number one, whatever you are blackening, coat it with spices. Those are what blacken. And number two, you've got to touch this as little as possible. Start it, I guess we probably started it top down, and you have to let it sit. Don't keep checking it. Don't flip it over after 2 minutes. You got to let it sit there and cook and get those seasonings really cooked on there and get the maximum flavor out of there. And then we just threw in a fresh slice of lime for a garnish to pop those flavors when we are ready to eat this. And finally, since there is a cold front and pretty cold weather and wind coming in, we decided we needed stew. This is a chicken stew. It's loaded with veggies. Starts out with your typical base of onions, celery, carrots. Add some garlic in there, and then shredded chicken thighs and green beans and potatoes and all kinds of beans and fire roasted tomatoes, all kinds of spices. So we're probably 7 or 8 different spices.
Yeah, no, we used a lot of spices today.
So, we used all the spices
cleared
today.
the rack.
So that should be quite delicious. I haven't tasted it yet, but I think and it made a lot. It always does. Soups, stews, chilies, always make more than 4 servings. So depending on how many people you're cooking for, you may need to adjust the recipe. We could probably easily have soup recipes, but it's easier for us. Generally, Paul doesn't mind eating it more than twice, so we'll just make all of it. We could freeze a portion. We could make a full batch, freeze half. We could make a double batch and freeze half. Your family might require a double batch and knock it all out in one sitting. Who knows? It's just the 2 of us, so we do have that advantage. But you've got to adapt what we give you for your situation, okay? So let us know if you try any of these. I think they're all going to be delicious. Give us a shout with any questions or suggestions. Hope you're having a great new year.
Awesome, guys. Take care.